Hey y'all, happy Saturday afternoon. How's everybody doing? Can y'all hear me okay? So, just excuse how I look. I'm a hot mess express, but it's okay. You get what you get. So I just went blank. So today I am going to be making a simple square block. And yeah, when I tell you it's simple, very simple. I think the link to the pattern is in the description. I got this one off the internet because I was really struggling on which kind I wanted to do. But I'm telling you, like, it's not going to take me long at all. Okay. Which is a good thing because I haven't been home long. So, and I just already cut everything that I needed. So I could get started because I knew I was going to cut it close on time. So, I hope everyone's had a great day. I have. So the first thing that you're going to need to do is, like I said, I've already cut mine into, so I could just be ready. And you can use, I use, let's see, like, I think 4 different fabrics. And so the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to make a 10 by 10 square. Just a simple 10 by 10 square. Okay. Then after that, you're going to cut that in half. So like, so far simple, right? You got your 10-inch square by 10, and then you're going to cut it in half. So whenever you cut it in half, it will look like this. Okay. So what I did was, here's my stack. And I just used scraps that I had. So I just got solid white. And then I've got this pretty blue with like little polka dots. It kind of reminds me of shark tooth kind of right there. And then I've just got a simple orange. And then I've got a plaid. So yeah, so that's the 4 that I'm using. So the first thing, and you can pair them up however you want to. I just put 2 together. So I'm going to do the white and the blue together. So on my pattern, you sew the blocks like different ways. So this first block, I'm going to sew it so it's like this. Okay, and then my second block, I'm going to turn those 2 colors this way. So, and I mean, you can do it any way you want to. If you want all of yours like this, go for it. If you want them all this way, go for it. But I'm going to do mine. I'm going to alternate mine. So let me move my camera so y'all can see my machine. And I had to dust my machine off because I ain't gonna lie, I haven't used her much because y'all, I got an embroidery machine and I have been playing with that instead of my machine. I've kind of let her get dusty, but so I dusted her off so she wouldn't be jealous. Okay, So I'm going to take my first two and I'm going to lay these to the side, and you're just going to pair them up, and then I'm going to sew my 1/4 inch seam. I'm going to sew it down that way. Okay. And hopefully my machine's not too loud. If it is, let me know and I'll back up my computer, but hopefully not. Okay. Oh, and also, you can put strips. I cut strips. You can use a jelly roll. I didn't use a jelly roll because I don't have any. But these are 2.5, 2 inches wide. And then I think it's supposed to be 9 or 10 inches long. But I'll show you what to do with these whenever we get our full blocks on. So I was just going to do like 4 blocks, and then we'll put the strips in it. And then if I have time, I'll sew 1 or 2 together. Okay. So I'm going to make sure I got these lined up good. And I'm just going to sew. Hopefully y'all can see. And two, my problem is I have a hard time keeping these even. But I'm getting better. And hopefully I ain't gonna sew my finger tonight. So I got that done. Let me find my little snips. And you can I mean, you don't have to clip it, but I'm the type of person that likes to clip it. I don't like to keep sewing it, but that's just me. So when we get done, and I did press my material before I got started, because y'all know I don't like to sew or press. But here is our first block. You can turn it this way, you can turn it this way, like whatever. So I'm going to lay that to the side. So now I'm going to take an orange one and a buffalo plaid one. And I'm going to sew it the same way, but we're going to turn it different, okay? Let me rethread my machine. I figure she's going to act up because I haven't showed her any attention lately. But that's all good. Alright, so we're going to start, and I'm just back tacking it. I'm going to go down here and make sure everything's lined up. And my tension wants to start acting up on me. But here's number 2. So we're going to turn it this way. So now I'm going to do another blue one and plaid one. My pedal wants to run from me. I don't want to stay so I can sew. But hopefully everybody has learned something new today with everybody that has come on. Me personally, I like the simple ones. Simple, simple. All right, so there's that one. And then I'm going to sew an orange and white one together. And then we will do our next step. So basically you're taking a block and you're cutting it in half, and then you're just sewing it back together, but with two different fabrics. Pretty basic and pretty simple. Yes, it is a very beginner friendly. Because I'm still learning. I'm not the quilt queen like Miss Shawn, but I may get there eventually, but doubt it. So there's our last one. So now I'm going to plug up my iron because we got to open this, press the seams open, and I'm going to get my wool pad. I don't want to mess up my kitchen table. And as you can see, I've already been all right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just open my seams, and then I'm going to press it. And hope and pray I don't burn myself, because I have done that before. And I think Marilyn and Patrice is coming on after me. I told her I would be done by 7:10. So, because mine's not like a super hard block to do. But when you press it, that's what it'll look like. See my pretty press for everybody. Because y'all know I hate to iron. But for certain things, I do iron. I'm going to make sure I press it really good, because excuse me, because I may end up making a throw or a full. So you can make let's see, a throw size. Let me look at my cheat sheet. A throw size, which is a 60 by 69 inch. You can make a twin, which is a 72 by 91 inches, or a full, it's 83 and a half by 91 inches. So yeah, which I don't have neither one, because my bed is a king size, but I can make a throw to go across my bed. And that's probably what I'll do, or probably make one to go in my living room. And for some reason, this right here is not cooperating with me. We may have to re-sew this right here, because it did not want to cooperate with me. All right, now that looks 10 times better. So now let me open this block back up and pre-press it. And then the last one that I have to press is this one. And then I will show you how, if you want to put the strips in, you can. If you don't just sew them together. But I think it will be pretty with them in there. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my first block, which I think was this one, and I'm going to go through my little pile right here and decide which one I want to use. Well, I don't have one with the plaid. I forgot to cut it out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sew this strip down this side. And then I will trim it off once I get done. Okay? Actually, I'm going to take this one, line it up, and then I'm going to take my next one, which I'm going to do this because it's don't have orange in it. This might not. And I think I can, if I sew that together, I ain't going to try it. Let's just do one thing at a time. I don't want to get ahead of myself because then it'll turn out ugly. And you know what happens if it turns out ugly? I'm probably going to throw it in the trash. Okay, so I'm just going to sew this strip on. And I'm doing 1/4 inch. And I'm back tacking. If my sewing machine will act up or quit acting up on me. Anybody else hate when your foot just decides to pop off like mine did? Then you got to try to fix everything back. But if you have not liked the video or subscribed to my channel, please do so. I would greatly appreciate it. I come on live most Mondays at 12:30 Eastern Standard Time. And here lately, I've been doing a little bit of embroidery because I got my embroidery machine. And also make sure that I'm making sure my seams are open. So whenever I go to, if I decide to sew stitch in the ditch, that will make my life easier to do. Not sure what happened, but it's all good. So done with that one. And then of course you'll sew this. And then I'm just going to, I will trim this. So this is what we got so far. Now let me turn it this way. No, sorry. This way is correct. I'll get it right in a minute, y'all. So now I'm going to take my second block and I'm going to sew it down this way. And cross your fingers that this turns out cute. Because like I said, this is the first time I've done something like this, but thought it couldn't be that hard because it's just really simple. And my tension is acting up. So I may have to mess with it after the live and re-sew it. And I'm on back tack. And then I'm going to cut it. Yeah, because it just popped. Not really sure. She's mad at me because I haven't used her in a while. Alright, so let's come back here. And rethread her. And fix this little hole that I have. If I can get her threaded. Yeah, my bobbin looks like it's in there, but I'll check it once I get off here, see what's going on. And it could be because my bobbin's running low. I've noticed that too. It'll act up whenever I'm low. And so I'm just going to cut these strings that are extra. And then I got to go up here and clip this because it didn't like it cut, like it gathered it. And it shouldn't have. Okay, so this is what we got so far. We've got our first block right here, and then we sewed our little strip. And then here's our second block. So now I'm going to pick another one, which I'm going to do white. And this one I cut the perfect length. Yay me. That was an accident. That sure was an accident because I didn't cut the other ones. I just guessed. So I just make sure my fabrics are lined up, which they are. So far, so good. So when they're the right size, it'll look like this. So now I'm going to take this one and I'm going to sew it the other way, and then I will be done and I will show you the finished product. Rethread it. It's like my thread up top is getting stuck. And it shouldn't be, because like everything's, let's rethread it and see if that helps. Maybe it will. Now let's see if that will help me any better. Okay. So we're just going to take and line up our seam, and I'm going to back tack. And when I get here, I'm going to make sure this is opened. I'm going to take my time because it's kind of thick. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fix something because my bobbin, it just did not do good at all. It did not do good any, and it could be because I'm low on my bobbin. But it's okay. We'll figure it out. I'll figure it out after the live. No big deal at all. That's just what happens to us in lives. But anyway, so hopefully y'all kind of got the concept of my block. So we started out, and then we sewed a strip, and then I turned my fabric, and then don't look at this hole, but there's kind of how it's supposed to look. And then you'll just do the same thing for the other rows. Obviously, I'll have to put another strip here, and then I'll cut this off even. So yeah, but hopefully you have enjoyed this little block that I made. And like I said, I did post the pattern in the description, I do believe. If not, let me know and I can go back and add it in. But yes, I love the orange and blue together too. Yes, I really do. But I just want to say thank y'all so much for hopping on and letting me show you this cute, simple pattern that I found. And thank you to Marilyn and Patrice for asking me if I would like to join them. Thank you so much. And I hope y'all have a wonderful Saturday. What's left? But if you're able to, come check me out on Mondays at 12:30. So yeah. So I will not be live this coming Monday. I have to work. So I may pop on another day. Just depends on what I have going on. I know this is a 4-day week for my kids and then their Easter break. So, but I plan on coming on the following Monday, which is the Monday after Easter. But yeah, I come on 12:30 Eastern Standard Time. So I think that's 11:30 Central, and I'm not sure about the others. If somebody wants to put that in the chat, what the other time zones are, they're more than welcome, because I know all of us, we're in different areas over the US. So, but thank y'all so much. And don't forget to join Marilyn and Patrice for a follow up on this great block party that we have had. I've seen some really cool blocks. There's a couple that I missed, but I will definitely go back. Thank you, Kristen. But yeah, so hopefully to see y'all one day next week. If not, I may try to do a premiere video on Monday, so you'll at least have something. Probably going to do something embroidery, but not real sure. I'll figure something out. But yeah, so thank you, everybody, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you soon. Bye.